Once relatively rare here in the U.S., threats and violence against lawmakers, even their families, have skyrocketed in recent years. Correspondent Kelly Meyer is live in Washington with the numbers and reaction to this latest attack. Kelly.
Nichole, this is someone who is second in line to the presidency. The speaker has a full security detail, but she wasn't in San Francisco at the time. She was here in Washington, D.C. That means her husband, Paul, didn't have her security when he was attacked. Now this is raising new questions of the safety of the families of members of Congress.
Today, U.S. Capitol Police helping the FBI and San Francisco Police with its joint investigation into the break-in at the California home of House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. The attacker reportedly looking for the speaker, saying, quote, "Where's Nancy?" The events added to the list of what has become a growing number of attacks and threats aimed at sitting members of Congress. In July, an armed man reportedly threatening to kill Democratic Congresswoman Pramila Jayapal was arrested outside of her Seattle home. A week later, a man was arrested after attempting to stab Republican New York Congressman Lee Zeldin at a campaign event for his race for governor. In September, President Biden calling out the violence.
There is no place for political violence in America, period.
The violence persisted. Just a few weeks ago, a man smashed the windows of Republican Senator Susan Collins' home in Maine and allegedly made threatening comments. The Maine Republican saying, quote, "I wouldn't be surprised if a senator or House member were killed." What started with abusive phone calls is now translating into active threats of violence and real violence. In the last year, U.S. Capitol Police fielded more than 9,600 threats to members of both the House and the Senate, way up from nearly 4,000 threats in 2017. That's a 144% increase in 4 years. Over the summer, congressional law enforcement taking action, enacting a security program for members of Congress, paying up to $10,000 to install security systems in their homes. And at the Supreme Court, a man arrested outside of the home of conservative Justice Brett Kavanaugh, holding a gun and knife threatening to kill him, sparking Congress to pass a bill to protect not only justices, but their families and clerks, too.
It gave people a rational reason to think they could prevent that from happening by killing one of us.
What happened to Speaker Pelosi's husband may cause the Capitol to re-examine security for members of Congress and their families. But then there's the question of, are they capable?
It's a question of resources. When you're talking about 535 members of Congress, that's a tremendous amount of resources to dedicate.
And Nichole, Republican Congressman Steve Scalise, who was shot during a congressional baseball practice back in 2017, tweeting today, quote, "Disgusted to hear about the horrific assault on Speaker Pelosi's husband, Paul. Let's be clear, violence has no place in this country."
Yeah,
Cool.
absolutely not. We don't see anyone targeted. Kelly, thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.